Warning, if bright flashing lights affect you negatively, then please skip this video as there will be some during it. JenIsAwesome.com. That should definitely be a real website. Hey V-Buts, I'm back, and today we're going to be checking out these Playbright's magical fun faces. Don't they look magical? It almost hit me. I'm gonna just put those down for a second. A while back I was asked to check these out, and since I'm always looking for fun preschool toys that help develop fine motor skills, I said sure. And as you can see, they went ahead and sent me two characters. What do I have here? A unicorn and a Velociraptor. Now, from what I can tell, you can grab these online at their website or Amazon for around $25 when all the costs are added in, and it looks like it's all in US currency. So if you don't live in the States, you're gonna have to find that info out for yourself. I'm sorry, but the info I do have for you is that these are recommended for children over the age of 3 and not for those under 3 because they do contain small parts. Now we're gonna switch down to the table so we can open everything up, see what comes inside, and get our Playbrights ready for testing in the form of adding batteries. We are ready to begin, and I honestly think I'm gonna leave the unicorn to last because everything on YouTube is unicorns, and when has anyone started with a Velociraptor? According to the package, our Playbrights are fun, magical, and all of the other things that they are. And no matter which one you get, they're all gonna come with the same thing, which is the Playbright case, 1 carry handle, 8 Playbright play face pieces, and the back tells us all the things that we're supposed to be able to do with this, like create a magical light show on your child's ceiling in the colors of red, blue, and green to the beat of music. But I don't really see anywhere telling us that we're gonna have to hook it up to a musical source, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. There's a whole bunch of other stuff here mentioning automatic shutoffs, a long-lasting LED light, an easy tap on and tap off function, and the ability to store all your pieces inside your character and take it with you when you go. And in order to find out if any of that stuff is true, we're gonna need to open it up. Now we have ourselves an orange egg with a bit of plastic around the middle, and on the bottom you can see where we have to add our batteries. So let's just go ahead and do that before we move on. No on-off switch, so I guess that's where the tapping comes in. Nope. You don't tap, you push, liars. All right, pretend that didn't happen yet, okay? We need to be surprised. And now we'll just remove the final piece of plastic. And there it is. Now we just gotta open it to find our accessories. Here's our base. It's a pair of orange feet with yellow toenails, and we stick it right on the bottom of the battery section. This thin plastic piece here is our handle, so we'll put that on after. And now our accessories. Not gonna pretend I know what these are. This could be a tail, it could be a funky eyebrow. Either way, it's an orange squiggle with some yellow on top. Next we have 2 very small orange hands or paws, claws, I don't know, it's a Velociraptor. Either way, they're orange with yellow fingernails and stripes on top that look like sideways H's. This is very dusty. I can't breathe. Next piece is a flat orange muzzle snout. It's got little indented nostrils and a thin white line replicating teeth. This doesn't feel like very good plastic. My eyes dropped. Next up we have 2 eyes, and I think they might be crooked, I'm not sure. They're super bright and they're blue, but like with the white part and the black pupil part, as well as big huge brownish red eyebrows. And lastly, we have our stripes that we're gonna add to the egg to make it look more like a Velociraptor. And now I'll reattach the egg portion so that we can create a character. Because I'm a master of deduction, I've decided the holes should be on the front, otherwise how would we attach the face? Our handles will be somewhere over here. That was a little hard to deal with because the egg wanted to keep popping off. And now we'll move on. I'm gonna put an eyeball and an eyeball, and then my little snout thing, followed by my hands. There's one, and there's the other. Add the tail to the back, and lastly we'll need our Velociraptor stripe. Otherwise it's not really a Velociraptor, is it? Okay, that right there is not the coolest because it's not really forming around the egg. It's just sort of sticking off and looks a little strange. Look, you can see it for yourself. There is my Velociraptor. And now we can test out the lights. Okay, so it's starting off red and switching from blue to green. It does look pretty cool, but I think I'm gonna need to turn off my lights in order for you guys to see how bright it is. Ooh, now it looks angry and creepy. It doesn't really cast the shapes on the walls like it shows on the box. I definitely saw hearts and stars there, and I'm not exactly seeing them here. As you can see, every single thing I say is making this change colors. So when I was confused about it being able to work with a musical beat because there were no chords, I guess I just figured out how it's going to work. Blah, 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 blah. JenIsAwesome.com. That should definitely be a real website. This is a terrible song, but it's totally working and you get the point. That's pretty neat. And now let's get the lights back. Right now this is reminding me less of a Velociraptor and more of a strange orange duck. Are you feeling that same vibe? Or am I crazy? According to the instructions, all we have to do to turn this little guy off is push it down like that. But we're gonna put it back on so that I can tell you the reason it wasn't showing up on the walls is because I didn't read that far into the instructions, and now I know that if you want it to cast onto the walls, you just remove your character's head. So we'll have to try that again. Ow! And to do that, we just pop the sides. I said pop! Now I look like a foolish person because I couldn't pop it off. And the reason is the handles are holding it on. So they probably should have mentioned that so that I don't look nuts. There we go. Now we'll try it again and cast it onto the ceiling. But since I can't exactly show you my ceiling, I'll just cast it onto the wall. This is actually really cool. Looks like a really creepy eyeball. Wait, no, it looks like a really pretty light up mandala. Ooh, look how beautiful my bees look now. I kind of really like this, although I can't help but notice that it's not hearts and stars. Just saying. And now is a good time to mention that if I wasn't talking, or if you had music playing and it suddenly stopped, this effect here will shut itself down after 3 minutes of inactivity, and once it hears sound, it will go again. So if your child is using this at night and there's no more sound or movement, it's gonna shut off until it hears something, and apparently if an additional 12 minutes goes by and there's no sound, it will shut off to conserve the battery, which makes this a really great night light if you like strobing night lights. And now let's go back to daylight, or at least false studio light. All right, this light is distracting me, so I'm just gonna turn it off because the shiny pretty stuff is capturing my attention. Now obviously we know that all these pieces store back inside the egg because that is of course where we got them from. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put those back in there. And as I remove them, I can't help but notice how much they remind me of Mr. Potato Head pieces. There you go, put that back on. Look how easy that was without the handle in the way. Since it reminds me so much of the Potato Head pieces, I've decided to try some on it to see if they're compatible. But before I move on, I'm gonna mention I do like that everything stores inside there, including the feet, if and when I choose to take them off, because that actually does make it a lot more convenient when you're trying to pack and play. And now we try the Potato Head pieces. And because we're oh so nerdy here, we're gonna try to use some of these R2 potato pieces. And to be honest, I don't really have high hopes, but I kind of really just want to see if it will work. So here we go. I only have one wheeled bottom, so I don't really think I can do that. But look, it takes a little finessing and shoving, but they definitely fit. I didn't realize this piece fell off. Hold on. This one here is a little loose. I go that way? Unfortunately, the head pieces are meant to actually curve around the very tiny brain of a Mr. Potato Head body, so it's not exactly gonna fit on top, but we'll pretend. And for no reason, I'm just gonna stick that there. And let the records show that if this piece inside was a bit longer and it was able to reach down to the hole on top of this egg's head, it would totally fit and look like a really weird bulbous R2-D2 egg. And I'm okay with that. So the good news is, if you have a bunch of random potato head pieces, you could totally customize your egg even further, even if that's not what they had in mind. Ta-da! Help me, Obi-Wan! Someone's cracked my yolk. Okay, I actually really like this a lot more now. The only problem I'm having is honestly the original plastic pieces that come with it are not the greatest. They feel a little cheap. Other than that, I actually really love this, and I think it would make a great gift for anyone, not just a child. And now we'll open up the unicorn. Let's just turn you off. And now it's time for our unicorn. At 25 bucks, I'm gonna say these are kind of really cool. Although, like I said, I don't know the price in Canada, so it could get pretty crazy. As for now, I'm having a good time. Let's go ahead and add our batteries. Now we'll open it up and check out our accessories. This time we have a pink handle. I'm not so much a fan of these because you definitely need to take it off to reopen your egg, but if you intend to travel with it and keep everything secure and hold it like a very cool light up purse, then it's useful. Also, that just gave me an awesome idea. You could totally use this for Halloween as a light up flashlight type thing. This time the feet are white and pink and they kind of just look like little shoes, but I'm assuming they're meant to be hooves because it's a unicorn. We have a little white muzzle with 2 red swirls for the nostril and a small black smile. To be honest, it kind of just looks like a dizzy emoji face. We have 2 little white arms, 2 triangular white ears with pink on the inside, 2 giant green eyes with black lashes, and I can't tell how it looks on camera, but in person, the plastic once again feels quite terrible, and the white is really dingy and gross looking, almost like it's stained up, and the paint job is pretty terrible. Those are honestly the only complaints I have about this product. And the last piece is a big hot pink tuft of hair with a yellow unicorn horn. And now we can assemble. And I will quickly mention that there are a bunch of extra holes here so that if you mix and match between characters, you have more holes to place them in. Or if you got a character that requires ears, you have somewhere to put them. And right now this is sort of reminding me of Rarity, except also not at all. One hand, two hands, our little muzzle, and lastly, our feet. And if I wanted to attach the strap, it would look a little something like this, almost like she's skipping. And since we didn't test this one yet, I guess now is a pretty good time. Yay! Hit the lights. And there we go. It's a unicorn next to an R2-D2 egg. Let's see how annoying we can be. Whoa, put your head back on, bud. There we go. And it looks like R2 Egg 2 ate a bunch of stuff because I filled his body with accessories. Let's pop off her head and try it on the wall. Let me see how far back I can go. La 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 la. Okay, it doesn't work super far back. There you go. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually quite surprised at how much I'm enjoying these, and apart from the few things I wasn't a fan of, I think that you guys might really like them too, and a preschooler would definitely like them, especially if they're singing songs and they can see the character and their room lighting up to the beat. And the fact that it turns off on its own to preserve battery is all the more exciting. And of course, the added unexpected bonus of technically being compatible with most Mr. Potato Head pieces. That is, of course, excluding heads and face pieces, because they're just not long enough. But there's absolutely nothing stopping you from getting some dowel that fits in and creating your own accessories to turn these into whatever you want. That sounds exactly like something that I would do, and I just might. Okay guys, that is it. We have opened the Playbrights, we've added the batteries, and for some reason I've decided to test them with Mr. Potato Head pieces. And guess what? It totally worked. At this point, it's basically up to you because you kind of opened it with me even though you didn't touch it, and really you're the only one who's gonna know what's right for your child. Or yourself, if you like egg-shaped light-up toys. So now it's time for me to say my stuff. If you know somebody who likes light-up weird eggs, toys that need batteries, or my videos in general, then please share this one with them. And if you enjoyed it yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like, as well as any suggestions for different characters or animals that you'd like to see in the future. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!